This is the Roz and Mocha Retro Show.
All right, we are back. Look at that.
Loser says what go first?
What?
There you go. I said loser says what goes first.
I didn't hear you.
So you said what? So you go first.
I don't know if that counts if the person didn't hear you.
But that's the whole point of the game is they're not supposed to hear you and they go what?
Technically, you said what first?
No, I said loser says what goes first.
Loophole.
Yeah, you said what?
Loophole, Maury. You technically said
No, but
what
I started
first.
it, so it's like...
You
that
go
doesn't make
first.
You
sense.
go first?
First
No.
up, Maury.
We make the rules now. Woo,
2 versus 1.
Maury.
Your turn.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to it. It's the Retro Show podcast. Happy Sunday. Cuddle up with your loved one and let's dive back into the past. We'll start things off.
Why does he become a reporter all of a sudden?
Let's first take a look at your forecast.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so... Okay, so it was 2013, and Ontario, I think it was Ontario or Canada, one of the two.
Well, okay. All right.
Passed this bill where you can citizens arrest somebody. Okay?
Okay.
So I took it to the street and tried to citizens arrest people jaywalking and doing other like common things. So I'd run up and citizens arrest people.
You did what?
Citizens arrested people.
Okay. All right. Oh, God. All right.
Roz and Mocha Retro 2013.
So I guess the new, damn it, Maury, please get in here. The new citizens arrest laws in Canada came into effect yesterday.
Okay. Which means what?
It's always a gray area for me when it comes to citizens arrest. I don't really understand the protocol or the process behind them. Like, do you just like bear hug a guy? I don't know. But they had to change them. This is all after a grocery store owner chased down and detained a shoplifter, and then the store owner was charged with forcible confinement and assault. So when he was really just basically making a citizen's arrest,
Yeah.
so they've had to change the law. So everything kicked in yesterday. Damn it, Maury. Good morning.
Good morning.
Damn it, Maury went out yesterday. What were you doing? Citizens arresting people?
I was looking for people who are breaking the law and then knocking them down.
Physically knocking them down?
No, knocking them down with the law.
So this is citizen Damn it, Maury. Taking the law into his own hands.
Excuse me. You jaywalked, and the new laws in Toronto say that I could citizen arrest you. How would you feel if somebody citizen arrested you?
How would you catch me?
Well, what I just did. I ran across the road.
You wouldn't be able to catch me. I wouldn't stand here and wait for you.
See, that's the
But how
problem.
does it feel
with
that we can now
citizens arrest.
do citizens arrests for things?
I think it's a bit of a privacy thing, right? Because then you have all these people watching other people. You know, they might try to arrest somebody and get hurt in the transaction, right?
Will you change maybe what you just did with jaywalking, knowing that I was standing there waiting for you to do that?
No, I'd probably do it more often, just to piss you off.
Excuse me, citizens arrest, you're not wearing a seatbelt. No! We're now allowed
Hold
in
on, can you
Toronto
stop
to do
this for a
citizens
second?
arrest. How does it make you feel if I came right...
I don't think that these are arrestable offenses, though, Maury. I don't think anybody gets actually arrested for jaywalking.
You get a ticket.
That's illegal!
It's.
We got to start
Can
somewhere.
you just be serious for 1
Piss you off.
second?
Yes?
Okay. Thank you. You can't arrest somebody for jaywalking.
Well, no one was breaking any other crimes, and it was raining and
This
cold.
is what I want. Not for the grandstanding. Okay, back to the tapes now.
Excuse me, citizens arrest, you're not wearing a seatbelt. No! We're now allowed in Toronto to do citizens
No,
arrest.
he's
How does it
wearing-
make you feel if I came right up to you right now going, you're not wearing your seatbelt, I'm citizening and arresting you?
Yes, we're going.
what?
I'm putting my.
You want to hear that part again?
Yes, please.
How does it make you feel if I came right up to you right now going, you're not wearing your seatbelt, I'm citizening and arresting you? I'm citizening and arresting you. I'm citizening and arresting you. I'm citizening and arresting you.
All right.
Yes, we're going. I'm putting my
Good job.
seatbelt on.
I feel like I've done the law.
You know what? You've done some good.
Excuse me. I noticed you jaywalked over there. It's now legal for me to run up to you and say citizens arrest for jaywalking. How does it make you feel?
I don't really care, to be honest. I'm sorry, I have to be.
But if I actually citizens arrest you, what would you do?
I'm sorry, I have to be somewhere right now.
Excuse me, it is now legal to do citizens arrests, and you are driving while using your cell phone. Do you know that's illegal?
Yeah, okay, I'm not using it now.
I just saw you using your cell phone. Citizens arrest.
Okay, I'm not using it now.
I just saw you using it. You're gonna drive over my foot. Answer my question. Do you know that it's illegal to use your cell phone?
I know it's illegal.
Do you feel bad now that I'm citizensing arresting you?
Yeah, I feel bad.
Are you gonna change your way?
Yeah.
Say sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Excuse me. Hi, Kiss Honey 25. I could citizens arrest you right now for texting and driving.
Yeah,
Guilty. No, it doesn't matter because it's not legal. So I could citizens arrest you. How does it make you feel?
But you won't, right?
Well, because you're beautiful, so I won't do it.
Okay, and I'm being honked. See you later.
Take care. Bye. Oh, off.
Oh, that's a citizen's arrest right there for you, Maury.
I'll tell
All I
you.
know is that from. Go ahead.
I need to put Damn It Maury on a television show where he does nothing but citizens arrest people, or as Maury calls it.
I'm citizening and arresting you.
Tell me how brilliant that would be. Citizen Maury. Or he just goes around trying to citizen arrest people.
All over Toronto.
But for things like jaywalking, which you can't actually be arrested for.
I'm citizening and arresting you. I just saw you using it. Guilty. Citizen's arrest.
You could never get away with doing that now.
No.
They didn't cancel the law.
They'd break the other arm. Seriously.
Fair. At least wait for one to heal.
Yeah.
Or he'd trip while running.
I'll go next. Sure. So this goes back to 2015. Let me ask you guys, I'll ask a question around the room first. When you think of best movie soundtracks of all time,
Yes.
what comes to mind?
There's two. You go first. There's two. I have two.
Okay, I have two as well.
Let's see if we say the same ones.
Okay, so my first one is Burlesque.
Oh, wow.
Now
I
have three.
love, like, I have that album downloaded on my phone and I listen to it all the time and I pretend I'm Christina Aguilera. And then the second one I'd say is, sorry?
You want to do it now?
No, I'm not her.
Okay.
I'm going to sound like a chicken
Which song?
screeching.
Which song?
All of them. But one of my favorites is either Tough Lover or Bound to You.
Wow.
See, because from that
Hands
side, I
down.
like the Cher one.
Yeah, but like sure.
Yeah.
And then the second one would be Lion King.
Oh,
Okay, I
Lion
have
King's a
four now.
classic. Lion's a classic. Yeah. Maureen, what do you got?
Okay, so I was originally going to say until Maria changed my mind on two. I love Burlesque. That guy is so hot in the movie, but never date him because in real life he burnt down his girlfriend's house out of anger.
Oh, I also loved him in The OC.
Yeah,
Because
he's
his name was
crazy.
Volchak. He
He's
was a bad
crazy
boy.
in real life.
Where it all began for me.
So I love those two. Mine was going to be the Forrest Gump soundtrack.
Okay.
Because it's 2 discs, 2 CDs full of epic music. And, okay, don't stop laughing at me.
I'm not laughing. I'm listening.
13 going on 30.
What song from 13 going on 30? Like stands
There's
out to
all
you?
of them. There's
Can
like,
I add another one?
there's, go ahead. There's, what's that one? Pat,
Yeah, memorable soundtrack, clearly.
Yeah.
is it Pat Benatar?
I wish you guys could see
I
what
don't
Maurice
know.
doing right now.
13 going 30. And it has Liz Fair, my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the other one, Maria?
Walk the Line.
Okay.
It's a Johnny Cash movie.
Yeah. with
And it
Reese
has all the
Witherspoon.
old Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, like all those like folky back then music. That movie is one of my favorite movies of all time as well.
What about the soundtrack to Rent? 525,600 minutes.
I love musicals
How
that way.
do
Well,
you
let's see
measure-
what these guys talked about.
But you didn't
back
say
in
yours, just for the
2015.
record.
Yeah, we'll get to mine after this.
Roz and Mocha Retro 2015.
Roz Mocha Show. That is The Weeknd. Earned it from the 50 Shades of Grey movie. So far, that song, the one from Ellie Goulding, and then the alternate version of Beyonce, Crazy in Love.
Right.
Amazing tracks on that soundtrack. Which got me thinking about other soundtracks. And a movie we talked about last week, and we played the most famous song from that soundtrack. And then I was like, just looking at the track listing, totally forgot about another fantastic song.
What movie? The Dirty Dancing is what you're talking about, right?
And totally forgot that Patrick Swayze sang one of the songs.
Yeah, he did. Of course he did. She's Like the Wind.
I totally forgot about that, though.
Is that called She's Like the Wind?
Yes. Yo, this song is the bomb.
Yeah, man.
She's like the wind.
That voice, though.
Through my tree.
Yeah.
Sing it, Swayze.
She rides the night next to me.
Yo, I didn't know this guy could sing like this,
Yeah,
though.
baby. He can do anything, Patrick Swayze.
Moonlight,
He was the
only
bomb.
to burn me with the sun. She's taking my heart, but she doesn't know what she's done. Feel her breath in my face. Put her body close to me.
good.
She's out of my league. Just a fool to believe I am anything she needs. She's like the wind.
What?
But yeah, back in the day, soundtracks are where it was at, man.
Yeah, dude.
There were some great movies and some great soundtracks. Jeez.
Hang on, let me play you my other favorite.
Did I already tell you my theory that Channing Tatum is the Patrick Swayze of his generation?
Yeah, but for anybody who didn't hear you say that.
And I was a huge Patrick Swayze fan, but you forget that he could do anything, and that dudes loved Patrick Swayze because he could whoop some ass. And then Patrick Swayze would also do these like super romantic movies, and he could dance.
Yeah.
Like the dancing thing is what separated Patrick Swayze, and Channing Tatum is Patrick Swayze for a new generation.
And
the dude is amazing in action movies. He can do. I love his romantic movies. He's funny as hell, and he dances. Like there has not been another Patrick Swayze, even somebody that could come close to Patrick Swayze until Channing Tatum showed up, and we need that. Oh,
yo, this song too.
I know.
Now I'm gonna go home and watch Dirty Dancing.
Is this Hungry Eyes?
Yeah. I love this song. Is Dirty Dancing on Netflix?
Yeah.
If it is, I'm going to go watch it when I get home.
It's got to be somewhere. I'm sure Dirty Dancing's not that hard to find.
We have it on DVD at home.
These Hungry Eyes.
Well, look at you and I can't deny I got the hungry eyes.
So good. Is there a better sound?
Feel the magic between you and I.
What's a better soundtrack than the Dirty Dancing soundtrack?
Oh, good question.
What's a better soundtrack than the Dirty
Breakfast
Dancing
Club,
soundtrack?
son. Pretty in Pink?
Yeah.
Lion King.
Oh, stop it, Maureen.
16 Candles?
16 Candles was good, too. But these songs were all specifically done for Dirty Dancing, right? Like, this is the first time we heard them.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do.
Yo,
where everything was just a hit.
Boys in the Hood had a sick soundtrack. Remember that?
But was that all songs that were put together for that movie, though? No.
Menace to Society.
So then it just becomes a cool compilation.
The Bodyguard.
I only know one song for Bodyguard. That's the Bodyguard song.
Oh, there's like all of those Whitney songs.
Oh, God. Can't even touch this. There's nothing on the Bodyguard soundtrack that comes even close to Hungry Eyes, let alone any of the other ones. Flashdance had a really great soundtrack, too.
Yo, Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future, all them Huey Lewis songs.
Right? Power of Love. Oh, you got me going down memory lane.
It's true.
I don't disagree with some of those choices. I really don't. Breakfast Club was huge.
The iconic scene at the end. Come on, that is what made Breakfast Club and that music.
For me, it's The Bodyguard. You're talking Whitney. I Will Always Love You. I'm Every Woman. Like this.
And I will always.
Yeah, just like Whitney. Beautiful. Oh, that was my favorite soundtrack. Thank you, guys. Maria, you're up next.
Okay, this had me laughing to myself the whole time I listened to it. But the guys were going on about if someone were to tell you you were funnier when you were fat, what would you take as the disrespect? Them saying you aren't funny anymore? That you're funnier when you're fat? Or that they thought you were fat?
Damn.
All of the above.
Right?
Yeah, all of it.
Or is it a compliment because you're now skinny to them?
I don't know if it's a compliment.
Right?
That feels
so
terrible.
The guys are going back and forth about where the diss would be and what the compliment would be. And you guys can listen and let me know what you think.
All right.
Roz and Mocha Retro 2015.
You're wearing all camouflage today. It's
not all, but
you have a camouflage hat on and a camouflage shirt. It's like you're going duck hunting.
You're not supposed to see me.
I can't see you. Is that racist if I say that? That's not racist, right?
No.
Okay, it's a compliment. I hit Catherine with one of those things last night where it was...
John Cena says you can't see me all the time.
It was a compliment wrapped in an insult that could easily be flipped around.
Okay.
I told Catherine. I told Catherine last night that she used to be funny when she was a whole lot funnier when she used to be fat.
Wait, what?
Okay, so here's the thing. This is the psychology behind this.
Hold on.
Okay.
Break it down again.
Okay.
Break it down.
Okay, I told Catherine last night we were watching some show where their relationships were falling apart, and then they put them out in the wilderness in a jungle to try and sort things out.
That sounds stupid.
It was crazy. And so I told Catherine last night. I was like, I said something, and she didn't laugh. And then I said to her, and if you're a woman right now, listen to this, okay?
Okay.
I told her that she used to be a whole lot more funny when she was fat. Now,
Catherine was fat?
Okay, no, she never was. But okay, so
why would you say that?
Which is the insult and which is the compliment in that sentence? Is the insult that you're no longer funny, or is the insult that you used to be fat? Or is the compliment that you used to be fat are no longer fat, and the insult that you're no longer funny? Because if I tell you used to be a whole lot more funny when you were fat.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that hurt more than if I then said, I'm just kidding?
Then I'd be like, yo, I was fat. When was I fat?
Okay, but then if I say, I'm just kidding, you were never fat. Which also means that you were never funny.
That's a double whammy.
That's a double whammy.
Come on, man.
What? What's wrong with that?
Why would you say that?
I didn't mean to upset anybody.
Feelings get hurt.
I was just trying to joke. No, I'm just saying, if you tell somebody, if you wrap an insult in a compliment, it's tough to tell what somebody will find insulting out of that sentence.
They would probably say, thank you.
Okay.
And then spend the rest of the night trying to figure out if it was an insult or a compliment.
Right. So what is more insulting, to say that you are no longer funny or that you are no longer fat? What's the better compliment? What's the insult and what's the compliment?
Well, funny, because then you can't...
Which part of the sentence do you find more offensive? If I say, you used to be funny...
Well, if I always thought of myself as funny, and then all these years...
Yeah.
All these years later, you come and tell me, well, you used to be funny.
Right.
I'd be like, well, at one point in my life, did I lose the funny?
Okay, no. But what if I say that you haven't been funny since you were fat? What's the insult? That you used to be fat or that you were no longer funny?
Well, then I'd obsess over... when in my life I was fat.
Well, that's the whole thing. But what is, so for you, for me, I would, the more insulting thing would be that I'm no longer funny. It would have nothing to do with that at one time I used to be fat. But for some people, the insulting part of that sentence would be that you at one time used to be fat. Being funny is irrelevant. So if I said to you, you have not been funny since you were fat, what's the more hurtful aspect of that?
Maybe the fat
saying?
Stuff.
Maybe the fat stuff.
Yeah. Because then I just obsess over that. Like I'd be thinking about, like, at what point in my life was I like that? And where did I go wrong?
Where did you go wrong? There's nothing wrong.
No, but, like, for me, I don't want to be fat.
No, but I'm just lying, though, is what you're not getting here.
Well, you're not a good friend, then.
I'm a great friend.
Telling me I used to be fat, now I'm not funny.
I'm not telling you. I'm doing a hypothetical here of what is more, because different people find different things more offensive.
Yeah.
Different people find different things more offensive.
Be more offensive to say that you used to be funny and now you're not funny.
Yes. If you told me you haven't been funny since you were fat, I would be offended I would be more upset with you saying that I'm no longer funny. I wouldn't care that you once thought that I was fat. Where if you tell somebody else you haven't been funny since you were fat.
Like if I said to you, you haven't been funny since your head was full of black hair. Jet black hair.
No, but I know I no longer have jet black hair. And at one time I did. You're not getting this.
Just finding things to insult you with.
I know, but why would you do that, though? I'm just like doing a hypothetical here, and then
hypothetical.
And then you shoot me with the truth?
Sorry, I meant hypothetical.
But that's not a hypothetical, because I know that I have gray hair now. That's not a hypothetical at all.
A lot of
How do you not understand a hypothetical? Like, that's not a hypothetical. You don't look at somebody with a huge zit on their face and go, hypothetically, if you had a huge zit on your face right now, when they know they have a huge zit on their face.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's not a hypothetical. That's just mean at that point. How did my feelings get hurt? This didn't go the way I wanted to at all.
The tables have turned.
Yeah, I don't feel any better about that at all.
I think
all.
if someone said you were funnier when you were fat to me, I'd be like, never talk to me again. Because you just told me I'm not funny anymore. And you thought I was
And
fat.
I thought you were fat. Yeah. Well,
But
then he's
there
calling me
are-
skinny. You know?
There are some, like Jonah Hill was funnier when he was fat.
yeah.
Jonah Hill was funnier before Hollywood got to him.
Does it have
But then he
anything
got
to do with his
skinny
weight?
and less funny. Because for some reason, when he got skinny, he became serious.
Yeah, but maybe because roles became different, right? He had
Yeah.
he took on more
Roles
serious
as in
roles.
not on his body.
Oh wow,
Maury.
no, Maury, come on, man. Okay, well, you wanna wrap it up there with you're the one that started this, so go ahead.
Yeah, you gotta wrap it up.
Maury.
Okay, that's all, folks.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys. I'll be
Bye.
back again next week.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.